talking about accountability, this handout 4 things to always do with parent sacramental meetings. Very simple, very short. The first suggestion here is require attendance. Require attendance. I absolutely want you to require attendance at parent sacramental prep meetings. First of all, have meetings. Make them good. This is important. They've got to be good. They've got to be very good. And we've talked about, witness parents speaking and all of this stuff. Creature comforts, nice hospitality, comfortable. It doesn't feel like a meeting. It feels like an evening retreat experience. Make it good. Make them say, they come to you afterwards and say, I'm glad you made me come to this. I got a lot of that as a parish DRE. I'm sure you have too. I'm glad you made me come to this. I wouldn't have otherwise. Require attendance. It's in canon law. We have right and responsibility to uphold some asks of people, especially in sacramental practice. Hopefully we can do it across the board in all grades, but and Father Mallon, Divine Renovation, that book for priests, for you, I love his vision for this. Raise the ask, and there will be those who fall off. This reminds me, actually, I didn't finish the thought about confirmation. So there's a parish, and there are 100 kids in confirmation prep. And we're going to just scoot them through, because we want every kid getting confirmed, because, well, that's what we're about, making sure everybody gets confirmed. Only 8 of them are going to Mass. But, that's on the parents, it's not on us. We give them a good confirmation prep experience, and maybe we get 11 to go to Mass, rather than 8. Am I speaking the truth here? This is kind of where we're at. There are 8 going. It's not all dark and gloom. But 8% is not good. Neither is 11%. So, scenario 1 is we get those 100 confirmed. And we feel good about it, I guess. And on to the next. Bring on those 7th graders, or whatever age we're talking about. Bring them on. The conveyor belt, the sacramental conveyor belt continues. The other scenario is along the lines of what Father Mallon talks about in Divine Renovation. We're going to raise the ask for parents and for children. We're going to get real here. We're going to get serious here. But confirmation is not just a hoop to jump through, a box to check. Confirmation is a real sacramental threshold crossing into full initiation. And we're not going to lie to the bishop and say this child's ready. We're not going to have them just go through the motions anymore. We're going to get serious about this. We're going to raise the ask for parents and for kids, because we know these kids still live in this household. And we aim to impact the household as well as the child, because we know that's so important. And in doing so, 40 of those children and their families say, yeah, I don't think so. We're too busy, we can't. And you're being reasonable. You're not creating a ridiculous over-the-top. Some parishes overcorrect, okay? Be reasonable about it, maybe be gradual about it. So you're creating a reasonable layer of expectations that are taking this seriously, raising the ask for the family. And 40 out of the 100 say, yeah, I'm not doing that. And they go to another parish where it's the path of least resistance, or they just don't get it. And 60 stay with you, stay with the program. Now, in the 100 that just hoop jump, we have 8 that are on the road to intentional discipleship. There's vibrant faith, and it's beautiful, and they're beautiful, and thank God for them and their parents, and it's wonderful. And they're going to be your witness parents and families. So 8 out of 100. We do the other thing. We raise the ask. We lose 40 of them. We have 60 now. We raise the ask. We get real. We're serious about this. We give enrichment to folks. We feed them. They buy into it. And out of those 60, now 20 are at a place of intentional discipleship. They're there. Like they're going to get themselves to Mass even if their parents don't take them. But some of those parents are now going to start coming to Mass and start praying at home together as a family and start making moral life decisions based on what would Jesus do. Which equation do you want? Do you want 100 confirmed and 8 of them are where we would want them to be? Or do you want 60 confirmed and 20 of them are in a pretty decent place? Do you see the dilemma there? There are folks out there, and maybe here, who would say, I want the 100. I want them all confirmed. Malin will say, there isn't something magical in the sacrament that just overturns human nature and life practice. Why do we think that? Because it's not happening. We're not seeing them. Or they get confirmed, and all of a sudden they're on fire, and they say with it. No, they don't. No, they don't. So I think the other approach is definitely worth trying, because what we've been doing isn't really so hot. It's not, the fruit of it isn't there. So I think raise the ask in reasonable, good ways. So everything you provide is good. Good to great, whatever you can pull off. And then we take our chances with that. And if we lose some folks, did we really have them? No, we're lying if we think we do. No. So, accountability. Require attendance. Provide warm, hospitable experience. Make connections between life and Catholic faith. And stress the importance of bringing the faith home to their family. Now here's a little tip that's mentioned there. I suggest videotaping the sessions so that when you say required, and you offer it a couple times, you videotape one of them, and you say required or expectation, one of the parents, not both, one of the parents needs to come to this parent formation session. And they don't come. My experience as a parish DRE, we would hunt them down like dogs. We would stay on it with them and say, well, we need to schedule a time that works for you where you can come in and watch the video of the session that you were able to make. And we might even serve popcorn, and we've got sodas in the fridge for you. And you can maybe do a little bit of talking with the group at the beginning and the end. But this beats having to redo like makeup sessions for every single one of them. You don't do that. That's poor use of your time and energy. Don't do that. Videotape the session. Schedule times for them to come in. They will come in. They'll watch it. It's not as good as the live act. So hopefully in the future they'll come to the live act. You're communicating to the community that you mean it. You're serious about these expectations. You're going to hold them accountable. There were a couple families that played chicken with us until the last week before First Communion, and we said, Mrs. So-and-so, we love you and your daughter, but we won't be able to do First Communion this Saturday in May. We could talk about maybe August or something, once the requirements that canon law rightfully places in our care to make sure that we've properly, adequately prepared your child and you for the sacrament. You have a leg to stand on. You're not denying the sacrament. You're pushing it back a little bit until we can make sure that we've done our part, you've done your part to bring Sally to the table of the Lord with a proper degree of readiness. Okay? And they come in and they watch the video and the First Communion would happen. But over time, participation in parent formation stuff it was high to begin with, and rose and rose and rose. It was good stuff, and they knew that we meant it. Accountability. Okay, otherwise they know this is just, they talk to each other and say, yeah, they never really mean it. I mean, I blew it off and nothing happened. Okay, am I living in the real world here? Yeah. I know your reality, and it's a tough, complicated reality. Yes.